What's going on, everybody? Dog Genzo here with another duel video. Sorry if I sound a bit under the weather. I tested positive for COVID recently, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop with these videos. Today we got Virtual World versus OGDOADIC ORCUST. Let's go ahead and get into it with ORCUST OGDOADIC. Starting us off with a new being pitched to the graveyard. To pitch a Dark Reptile, pitching Zoha the OGDOADIC Remnant. The OGDOADIC Boundless, rather, my apologies. Adding the Zoha back to hand by pitching a ORCUST Nightmare from hand, using Nunu's effect to summon himself from the grave, normal summoning the Zoha, then exeasing into a King of the Feral Imps. Him being generic is just super good, folks, super good. As Zoha is detached for King of the Feral Imps' effect, which is going to get Ash Blossomed. Using ORCUST Nightmare's effect now, targeting the King of the Feral Imps. Dumping a World Legacy World Wand off the ORCUST Nightmare. Banishing it to special summon the ORCUST Nightmare. Thinking about what the best possible play here would be, as he links 2 off. To go into a Gladia. Gladia's effect, putting the Whirl Wand back in the deck, in order to set an ORCUST spell or trap. Opting to set an ORCUST Crescendo. Setting another trap, and having to pass the turn on that note. Virtual Worlds will not draw for the turn. Normal summoning an Otohime. Using GG's effect in the hand to target the Otohime. I don't quite remember what all their names are here, folks. Let me pull up a cheat sheet here. Sending a Qinglong off the GG to summon itself and then add something back at the end phase. Using Qinglong's effect in the grave to banish the search and then dump a card out the hand. Toto. It's Virtual World Toto is the Otohime. Grabbing a Lulu out the deck. And again, sorry for the lateness of this video. Again, have COVID right now, so a little bit harder to get out videos, on top of the fact that, you know, Digimondays. Sorry if there was no upload for Digimonday, but we're getting an upload today to make up for that. So Nyan Nyan is going to be pitched off the Qinglong effect. And then a Lili is going to be activated, targeting the GG. Sending a Zhuanwu. Virtual World are just so good to be activated from hand like this, man. It's crazy. Sending another Qinglong to the graveyard as well for the Lili effect to summon itself. It's like all you need to do is control 1. It's like Drytrons as well. They all just activate in the hand. Well, Drytrons that can activate in the graveyard as well, so they have that added advantage. overlaying the Lily and the Toto into an M7. M7 is going to swing over the Gladius as he knows he has the crescendo set, and just didn't activate it like a schmuck. I can say that because that's me over on the right. On the left, it's Aaron from Top Tier YGO once again, guest starring in a video, because why not? Make sure to go sub to him at Top Tier YGO. Really help him out. Tell him old Doc sent you. Lulu targeting the GG, sending a Chuche and adding a Kowloon to hand. And special summoning herself. Kowloon, such a good card, as it's activated to put a virtual gate face up. Synchroing off the GG and the Lulu. To start his Charge Warrior, which let him draw and summon. Activating the effect of Juan to summon the GG back, and pitching the driver to summon the Toto. Apologies for the glare. Looks like we're going to synchro into 9 here, folks. Or 6, my apologies. As he goes into a Coral Dragon. It's a 6 because of Toto's effect, making herself a 3. Using Lao Lao in the hand. Targeting the Chuche. Sending a Kowloon to summon itself and then summon something out the graveyard. Summoning the GG back once again. Why don't you just let him die? Now we're going to synchro 9 to a Virtual World QB Shinshin. Start his Charge Warrior, letting him draw once again. Or Coral Dragon, my apologies. Using the effect of M7. Or deciding not to. Using Chuche to make Lao Lao a 3 to synchro into another 9. To a Vermilion Dragon Mech. Vermilion Dragon Mech will banish 2 to pop a card on the field. Or banish one, my apologies. Those two are banished because of Shinshin's effect. Banishing Coral Dragon to pop that back row. He popped an OGDOADIC Hollow. Now using the effect of M7 to grab back his Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Then going into Zeus. GG effect adding Lulu back to hand. And passing the turn. Formidable board, but let's see if we can break it here, folks. Asking what the interaction between Zeus and Shinshin would be. As Nunu's effect is activated in hand to pitch a Dark Reptile from the deck. Pitching an Alert, the OGDOADIC Darkness. Using Zoha's effect in the grave. Pitching Orca Symbol Skeleton from his hand to grab it back to hand. Using the effect of Nunu now to summon himself. Normal summoning the Zoha. Using the effect of Virtual Gate Chuche. Putting two of his banished virtual cards back into the deck to destroy a card on the field. Destroying the Zoha. He is now locked into reptiles for as long as Nunu's on the field. And we're going to go to game 2. Alright folks, here we are in game 2. ORCUST OGDOADIC going to start us off again. Using the effect of Nunu in hand to pitch a Dark Reptile. Pitching Alert, the OGDOADIC Darkness. Using Nunu's effect to summon himself. Normal summoning Armageddon Knight. As he's only locked into special summoning reptiles while Nunu is on the field. Normal summoning is fair game. Sending an ORCUST Nightmare. Overlaying the two into something that really shouldn't be generic at this point, but just is, which is awesome. King of the Pharaoh Imps, detaching for its effect to search for any reptile. Dropping a card like a real smooth criminal there. Adding a Noya, the OGDOADIC Remnant, pitching that to pitch a light reptile from the deck. Pitching a Curse, the OGDOADIC Light. Using Curse's effect in the graveyard. Attributing King of the Fairlands to summon himself. Then he gets to summon a reptile from the graveyard. Level 4 lower Ogdoadic, summoning Noya. Noya's effect on summon will let him search for a Ogdoadic spell or trap. Grabbing an Ogdoadic Water Lily. Figuring out what his next best possible play is here. Foolish Burial's activated. Sending a Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. Ancient Cloak effect. Banishing it to add a Silent Boots to hand. Figuring out what to do next here is activating an ORCUST effect to lock him into Darks, as he tributes the Noya to summon an Alert. Alert's effect will put the 2 banished cards back into his grave, so long as there is a reptile among them. Overlaying the 2 into a Hope Harbinger Dragon, number 38. Banishing the ORCUST Nightmare, targeting the Hope Harbinger. Sending a World Legacy World Wand. Activating Water Lily. With not enough reptiles in grave in order to get the summon off, but he wants the dump. Dumping Zoha, the Ogdoadic Remnant. Using its effect, pitching Silent Boots to add it back to hand. Using the effect of Silent Boots in the graveyard. To add Shade Brigandine. Setting Shade Brigandine and then activating it. Using the effect of Whirl Wand, banishing it to special summon ORCUST Nightmare, linking off the 2. Into a Gladia, the ORCUST Automaton. Gladia's effect is going to put Whirl Wand back in the deck to set a ORCUST Crescendo. Setting one more card. Then passing the turn. Special summoning Dino Wrestler Pankratops. As you'll see, people like to draw their one-ofs in game 2. As Qinglong is activated. Opting not to negate it. Using Lulu's effect to target the Qinglong. Orcus Crescendo is going to be chained, and then Red Reboot's going to be chained to that. Everybody loves drawing their one-ofs, eh, folks? Xuan Wu is going to be dumped, and Gigi's going to be added to hand, or Lily is going to be added to hand. My apologies. Setting a Fog Blade off the effect of Red Reboot, and also not realizing that Orcus Crescendo gets reset off Red Reboot, not destroyed. But we'll get to that fix later. Pinkertops are going to use this effect, attributing itself to destroy the Hope Harbinger. Using the effect of Lily in the hand, targeting the Qinglong. Adding a Lao Lao to the hand off the Qinglong and then pitching a driver. Synchroing the Lily and the Lulu into a virtual QB Shin Shin. Using the effect of Lao Lao, targeting the Qinglong. Sending a Nyan Nyan to grave. Also sending a GG to grave. Summon it, or opting to summon a G, or send a GG to grave, not Nyan Nyan. In order to summon itself and then summon a Lily from the graveyard. Overlay into a rank 6 to a Tolmi M7. M7 will then activate its effect, adding back the GG. GG will use this effect now. The grind is real here, folks. GG summoning itself.
Suddenly you're nowhere to be found. I turn around and everything has changed. Looking for a way to work it out. I'm trying to find some peace to navigate.
Looking through his graveyard, seeing what he wants to do here.
The oak tree where I met you.
As he banishes the Chuche to target the GG, making him a level 6.
Every word you said. I'm not a soldier, but I'm fighting.
Entering battle, swinging over the Gladia. Shin and GG swinging for 4,700 total.
Meet again.
Sorry about my diarrhea of the mouth there. A lot of names for Virtual World as Zeus is played over the M7.
Everything we wanted turned to gold. The path we chose, the future on our side. Never thought I'd do this on my own. But now I wield the sword you left behind. The oak tree where I met you, and the writing on the statue. I still remember every word you said. I'm not a soldier.
Thinking about his next possible play here.
Can you hear me through the silence?
Setting one card. And then GG's effect, adding Lulu back to hand at end phase. Drawing for turn now. On standby, saying screw it and activating the Fog Blade on the Zeus, which goes through, surprisingly.
Dark for the sunrise, clouds for a blue sky, space for the traveling star. Strong from the inside,
Using the effect of Nunu
still my life,
to summon itself.
feel you wherever you are. The oak tree where I met you, and the writing
Using the second effect of the other Nunu
remember every word you
to dump a Dark Reptile. Dumping a Noya, just deck thinning at this point, looks like. Banishing the Phantom Knight's Ancient Cloak in order to add. Adding Torn Scales. Normal summoning the Torn Scales. Attempting to activate its effect. Pitching the Zoha. Or to pitch and Phantom Knights of Silent Boots. Activating Fog Blade on the Shin now. because he does not want his torn scales to get banished. Realizing that ORCUST Crescendo is not in the grave, but in fact reset because of Red Reboot. Linking 2 into a Reptilian Echidna. The Reptilian Echidna's effect is going to activate on summon to make something 0. It's going to make the Shin Shin 0. Going to enter battle phase here, looks like, and attempt to swing at the Shin Shin, forgetting that Fog Blade exists. And this is why you need to read your cards, folks. Learn how to read. Using the effect of Curse in the graveyard to tribute the Echidna, summon itself. Then he gets to summon something out of his graveyard, but its effect's negated. So he's going to summon the Pankratops. Then Curse's effect on summon. Let him summon Noya. Then Noya will let him search. Adding a Water Lily. Spectators have come to see the show. As we are about to go into time, and most other matches are over at this point, as you can probably tell. Activating the Water Lily now. Pitching OGDOADIC to summon OGDOADIC. One of my personal favorite cards in the deck. The artwork's just pretty, he's just cool, and his effect and his attack stat are both just monstrous. Now, in response to the summon, looks like Zeus is going to attempt to activate his effect. Chuche is going to be chained to that, targeting the Fog Blade on the Zeus. OGDOADIC is going to be chained. So basically everything on the field is going to get wiped. Zeus is a powerful card, folks. using the effect of Fog Blade to special summon Silent Boots, and then on resolution, Torn Scales will summon itself. Overlaying the two into a Phantom Knight's of Breaksword. Attempting to use this effect, but realizing there's no other targets. Setting one and passing the turn, it looks like. Drawing for turn. Using the effect of Shin Shin in the grave. Summon itself back. Then using Lulu, targeting the Shin Shin. Adding a Kowloon, pitching a Chuche. QB will swing over the Breaksword. 300 damage. Then Lulu will swing for 15. The Fog Blade will be chained. On resolution, summoning the Torn Scales. And it looks like time. Virtual will take the match.